announcements. You've probably already read the title of this video. You know what's coming. It's my very long-awaited bookshelf tour. We're finally going to be seeing all of these bookshelves in their glory. I'm going to go through every bookshelf. I'm not going to be doing one of those taking out every single book just because that's not really the vibe that I want to go for. But hopefully you guys enjoy. I know so many of you have been asking for this. Some exciting things are going on, some exciting changes, and before stuff starts happening, I did want to just like capture my bookshelves as they are now because I would love to be able to look back on them and just see where I started and where I go. Just before we get started into seeing each individual shelf, this isn't like a disclaimer, but this is like an explanation of how I organize my books. I don't. I do not organize my books. I kind of just go for like the vibe. I know some of you may not like that. I know some people organize by genre, by authors, alphabetically. I kind of just organize however they look the best. I do like putting my favorite books together or like favorite authors together. I do have some dedicated shelves to certain authors. I don't really do the genre thing. I don't really do the alphabetical thing. I just like putting books that look good together. And sometimes it works out. Sometimes the aesthetic is just like exactly what I was imagining in my head. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I would love to talk to you guys about my bookshelves. If you guys have any ideas or suggestions for my new bookshelves, also leave them down below. I would love to get some help because I obviously need it. And yeah, I think without further ado, let's just get into them. All right, so the first shelf on the left, it's dedicated solely to Cassandra Clare. And so is the second shelf. Let's not kid ourselves. If you're a Cassandra Clare fan, you will need more than one shelf to put all your books in. But anyways, this is the very first one. We have my Mortal Instruments books and the Shadowhunters Codex. We have the 3 books of short story collections that she made, 2 of which I didn't enjoy. This is probably the only one that I actually liked. So yeah, maybe her forte isn't short stories, but everything else, yes. I also bought, these are like character cards. Oh, look at Julian, exactly. Look at Ty and look at Emma. These are the Dark Artifices characters, but I just put them up here because why not? But anyways, I also have this Will and Gem candle because, hello. This also came in a book box. Anyways, I did buy this extra set of Mortal Instruments and Infernal Devices books solely because of the mural that they create when they are put together. This is just, I'm a sucker for this. And when I first read the Mortal Instruments, I still wasn't actually annotating, but when I got these, I decided to reread the Infernal Devices, and yeah, I still wasn't like fully annotating. I wasn't using like a color system, but I did annotate a few of my favorite parts, and obviously, yeah, I think I started color coding in Clockwork Princess. Yeah, you can definitely see. Oh, I forgot how floppy they were. Oh my god, okay. Yep. So as you can see, very, very profound, deep annotations, very insightful and very beautiful. Yeah. So moving on to the second shelf. Hello. We have the Red Scrolls of Magic. Hated that book, I'm so sorry. But we do have my Infernal Devices books. My babies, my everything. Of course, I have Will Herondale on display because it's the only place he deserves to be. And then we have my Dark Artifices books, which are these 3. And yeah, I definitely already started annotating when these books came out, as you can see by, I also wasn't color coding yet, but I definitely was writing in my books and underlining. Oh, okay. Hello. What is this? Annabelle Lee. Oh, this is one of the poems that gets mentioned a lot in the book, so I wrote it down just because, yeah, I was just being very extra, apparently. But yeah, I was just annotating a lot. I had so much fun reading these books. So look at Lord of Shadows. Look at how heavily annotated. I love it. Sorry, I love the look of a heavily annotated book. And if you think that Lord of Shadows is heavily annotated, let me show you Queen of Air and Darkness. Look! Oh my god, exactly. Oh my god, this is insanity, but like the best kind of insanity. So up here we have one of those fake books that come in the Fairy Loot boxes, and here I just keep my bookmarks. Hi, there's like a bunch of bookmarks. Yeah, mostly Fairy Loot. We also have Chain of Gold here, and of course we have this golden sword. Why? Oh, hello? We also have this golden sword. Hi, and I like to believe it's Cortana. It does have the Percy Jackson symbols, but we like to pretend in this household that this is Cortana, and I have a little Cortana with me at all times. This is my Shadowhunter pouch, and inside there's a bunch of character cards, and it's very beautiful. I think it's a deck of tarot cards, actually, because it has like the lovers and stuff. These aren't Cassandra Clare books, but I just didn't know where to put these Margaret Rogerson books. They just literally do not fit anywhere else, so I just put them there. And it's good because with my pouch, they get hidden, so it's okay. I know I said I don't like putting unread books on my shelves, but this is literally the perfect spot for Chain of Iron, so even though I haven't read it, it's there. For hopefully eventually I'll get to it, probably before the third one comes out. But yeah, there we go. This is the third shelf. I used to be a very hardcore Throne of Glass fan. I think it has faded a little bit, but I still have so much love for this series. And I do have a second edition of Empire of Storms because this one has like a special illustration in the back, and I just loved it so much that I wanted to get it. So this is it. This is Aileen and Rowan, and I love them very, very much. So of course I had to get this. I think they sold it at Target, so I went through a lot of trouble getting this because Target doesn't ship to my country, so I had to do a lot of like workarounds to get this. So yeah. Then we have my Crescent City book, which is also very heavily, and oh my god, this is very heavily annotated as well. Yeah, I honestly want to reread it just because I remember having so much fun, but mostly because I don't remember enough to go into the sequel, and it just came out and I really want to read it, but I don't remember anything about it. So yeah, I need to reread this. And behind it, I just have this fan art, this art print that came in a book box, I believe. Do not look at this because yeah, stuff used to be pasted behind, and then when I ripped it out, that happened. Not my best moment, but yeah, focus on the art print, focus on the cute art print. Then we have my Court of Thorns and Roses books, and I will forever be salty that this does not match all the others, but whatever, I do not care. I have my Starfell candle, which has Fyra and Riss. And yeah, I think I've talked about this so many times already, but Court of Mist and Fury is definitely my most annotated book. I have read this like 3 times, I believe, and every single time I keep on adding more and more annotations, and I just love it. It's one of, like, there's nothing better than a heavily annotated book for me, in my opinion, so there we go. Moving on to my V.E. Schwab shrine. We have my A Darker Shade of Magic, and I do love this little display that I have of Dany in her Iron Throne and these 4 little tiny books that came in, I believe, a Lumicrates special edition of V.E. Schwab. So yeah, Dany is just sitting with her favorite books on top of A Darker Shade of Magic. I do have 3 editions of A Darker Shade of Magic. That was not planned. It's not like A Darker Shade of Magic is my favorite book of all time. It just kind of happened, okay? I did not plan this. But this is the exclusive collector's edition, which is black instead of white, obviously. And it's just very nice. This did not come with the book. These are like art prints that I printed of the characters because I just really love them. When I was first reading the books, I just loved that story so much and I loved the characters and everything. So of course, I had to have my character cards. And then we also have this tiny version that came in the Illumicrate box. It's very shiny. It has gray glittery sprayed edges. And inside it has stunning end papers. Oh my god. This is also signed by V.E. Schwab. And yeah, it's like cute. It's pretty. It's everything. We have this Savage Song and our Dark Duet. They're not my favorite, but they're just there. You know what I mean? Like, we have to support the queen, I guess. I did DIY the edges just because I thought it would make them more interesting. Yeah, they're still not that great. But these are not V.E. Schwab. These are just books that I didn't know where else to put them. These are A Dowry of Blood, which I actually really did enjoy. I love the writing and I love the story itself. So if you haven't read this and if you love a poly story or if you're looking for one, I would definitely recommend this one. And then of course we have the Atlas 6, which I just really didn't know where else to put, and it kind of has the same vibe as V.E. Schwab in terms of like writing and stuff, so I just put them there. And then of course we have Vicious on display, because if you're new to this channel then you don't know that I actually gave up my firstborn for Vicious. I just loved it so very much. I do have the American versions, and then these are the UK versions. I also have this extraordinary graphic novel. I would not recommend. I'm sorry, I did not like that. It was pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Yeah. And then we have Victoria Schwab's middle grade series. It was good. It was entertaining, but there is definitely a difference between V.E. Schwab and Victoria Schwab. They are a very different tune. But yeah, once again, V.E. Schwab, Vicious, my bread and butter. I could live off of that book for years on end. And this is a pin that also came in the Illumicrate box. There are many shadows in the night. I don't love these, but I do love the books. I just haven't found the best way to display them. But here we have the first 4 Heartstopper books. Then we have a stack of just white books. There we go. Hi. And then these are like a bunch of contemporary books. They're very colorful. That's why they're all together. This one, yeah. 10 out of 10. I know a lot of people do not like this. They hate Catalina and they don't really see the allure of Aaron, but I do. And the important thing is that I enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm sorry that you couldn't enjoy it, but I did. So there we go. Oh no. Okay. And then another book that I loved, but not many people did, is People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I loved this. I read this in a day. I read it on the beach, so it was like the perfect ambiance. It was the perfect environment for me to read this. And I felt like I was there. And it was stunning. And I loved it. And yeah. Okay, and this last one, don't judge me too harshly, okay? I have these books, I don't know where to put them, so they just kind of ended up here. I am so sorry. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? Right, so here we have like my tiny collection of graphic novels. I had a phase where I just bought a bunch of graphic novels and I really enjoyed them, but at the same time I really didn't. So they're just there. I think my favorite out of all of these is definitely Mooncakes. Like, if I have to get rid of all of my graphic novels, the only one I could never get rid of is Mooncakes, just because I loved it so much. I also have 2 editions of Daughter of Smoke and Bone. You will understand why I've separated the series, because of course Daughter of Smoke and Bone is a trilogy, so you'll see soon enough why they've been separated. And then this is just like a collection of books that I may or may not have liked. Of course, you guys know I love Song of Achilles. I just don't know where to put it, so it's just there, and I feel so bad because I know it deserves a better spot. I just don't know how to give it to it with my current setup. So it's been hard. I know, I feel the pain. I'm trying to get better at organizing my books, but there we go. These are my shelves of shame. And as you can see, it's kind of breaking apart. Like the weight of the books and the fact that rain comes down from here, it's been rough. It's been rough. In my color shelf, my middle colorful shelf is red, and we just have a collection of red things. We have Tata, and we have an empty Pokey thing. And we also have the Harry Potter box where the UK editions came in. I just really love it, so that's where I put it. We also have Clara and the Sun. We just have like a collection of red books here. There's not really much to see. Then we have the orange one. Hi. Iron Widow on display like she deserves. We also have Todoroki, which is a Funko Pop that one of my friends Chelsea sent over, and it's my favorite thing ever. Look at the detail. Look at it. I love him so much. So yeah, it's just a collection of orange books. There we go. Muse of Nightmares, 10 out of 10. Iron Widow, 10 out of 10. And that's about it. Thank you. On to my yellow books. We have 10 out of 10. And that's about it. But here is one of the reasons that I separated the books, because it is a yellow book and apparently I don't have that many yellow ones. So I had to take where I could get them. I also have my Coraline Funko Pop because, oh my god, she's adorable. Yes, yes, yes. This is also the thing that was in my graduation cap, so I just kept it. Hi, thank you. It is also yellow, so it fits. And this, okay, I do want to show this to you guys because this was like my first PR package. So I received this ARC before it came out. Obviously, this came out in, oh my god, this is 2019. Oh wow, that's insane. But this was for Frankly in Love. I don't even know how to show this to you guys. It's like the most insane packaging ever. So you do this. It's insane. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And there's one more. There's one more. Come on. Look. Isn't this everything? Okay, it looks insane, but yeah, this was everything. This was honestly and it's floppy. Like, come on. This could not get better. It was just, this is insane. This is insane. And I just loved it. I love that I could be a part of this. I love that they included me in this. Then we have my green shelf, which is honestly one of my favorites just because I get to show off my beautiful plant in my Frappuccino Starbucks mug or like cup or like bottle. And then of course we have Toph as a Funko Pop. She is stunning as always, strutting her stuff. Yes, yes, yes. We have Eva Evergreen on display because I love that little witch. Let's see, who's a 5-star? Right, so not many 5 stars here, but I mean, when I first read this was a 5-star, but I did read it when I was like 15, 16, so maybe if I reread it now, I'll be like, huh? Blue Lily Blue, yeah, I do love the Raven Cycle, and this is a 4.5 star, so there we go. Since You've Been Gone is a great contemporary. I remember when I was obsessed with Morgan Matson. Does anybody else remember these books? Gilded Wolves, I keep it because of the cover. I'm not gonna lie. I just keep it also because I bought the exclusive edition thinking I was going to love it. I did not. I did not. This is my blue shelf, and here we have a 5-star. Hi. We have a 5-star Studio Ghibli film. Hi. Do not watch this if you're not prepared to cry. So this was a 5-star, this was a 5-star, this was a 5-star. It's a pretty good shelf for 5 stars. This was unforgivable. This was just fine. And Silence of Bones was fine as well, I guess. And this is where I keep all my jewelry, of course. I don't think you know, but I actually own a bit of jewelry. And then we have my Sokka Funko Pop. This is my purple shelf. And we have my Lunar Chronicles. We have The Girl Who Drank the Moon, which is a beautiful middle grade. And then we have The House of Hades, which, yeah. A Wish in the Dark, which is, I mean, look at this cover. It's very stunning. And that's about it. There's not much to see here. Let's move on. Here we have my Rick Riordan collection. We do have this little thing that came in another book box. And it's also a box. And I think I have stuff inside it. I don't know what. Guess we'll find out together. Oh my god, nothing. We also have Sutara up here together. It's where they belong. They deserve each other. They have to be together at all times. And then we have Aang with Momo. Yes. It's the Rick Riordan collection with Circe by Madeline Miller. And of course my Kyoshi books, because we got the whole Avatar thing going. And if I need to move this, do not fall. I have like this random Greek plate. Love it. Stunning. But if we move my Kyoshi books, we do have the huge illustrated Rick Riordan, Percy Jackson, Greek Gods books. We have the first one and the second one. Yeah, can you tell I'm a big Percy Jackson fan? But anyways, since I don't have anywhere else to put my Kyoshi books, they're kind of just there. So yeah, as you can see, I've definitely run out of space. You are a little bit too close. So yeah, there we go. This is a pretty white shelf. We have my Nevernight books. We have Mr. Kindly here. This came in an Illumicrate box, and this is supposed to be like a tea thing. Like you put the tea inside of here, and then you put this in your mug, and it just like, yeah, cute, but I don't drink tea. So behind Nevernight, we have the first paperbacks of Nevernight and God's Grave, because these, I did read them in like paperback, because as you know, if you've read Nevernight books, yeah, the hardcover of Nevernight sold out literally everywhere. I still can't believe that I have my own version of this, because it was impossible to find. But yeah, these are my original versions that I read. As you can see, I do not know what I was doing. Why are they so jutted out? I hate that. But God's Grave is the best book of this whole trilogy. I loved it so very much. And yeah, I do not have God's Grave in hardback because it is impossible to find. Or if you do find it, it's like freaking $80. And I'm not about to pay $80 for a book that I already read. So yeah, I do have Dark Dawn and then my Poppy War trilogy. I love that I say my Poppy War because yeah, I did write it, not R of Kwong. We have Ember in the Ashes books. The only book that I don't have in hardcover is A Torch Against the Night because, yeah, I just don't. And then we have my Cruel Prince books, or the Folk of the Air, something. But yeah, it's this series trilogy written by Holly Black. And I also have How the King of Elfame Learned to Hate Stories. And yeah, I just love it. I also have like a little crown, which is this one. This also came in a book box. And yeah, that's about it. There we go. Hi, hello. Okay, so this is probably my favorite shelf. Not because it's full of my favorites, but just because I just love what I've done with the place. I love the little cards that I printed out and that I just pasted. It just like brings it all together. I love how my collector's editions of Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom are on display with my Ravkan with my Myths candle. I have used it, so there we go. Ravkan, okay. Then we have this really stunning pin, and it has the moon and the sun. It's just stunning. I love it. Yeah. We have a few random books that just have kind of the same height, so I just put them there together. There's really no order to how I put the books. It's just literally vibes. Then we have the normal editions of Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, Shadow and Bone Collector's Edition, and then the Grishaverse right there. I also have this pouch with a few pins. I think this came in the King of Scars thing. Another book that I did not like. Hi. But yeah, it's just there because it completes the look as well. And then of course my cards, because they're the most iconic bit. There we go. Hi. Nobody cares about you, Matthias. Okay, so this is, honestly, I don't love this shelf. Just because I wish I could display these two since I love them so much. She Who Became the Sun and Six Crimson Cranes. I love them so much, but I just don't have space to display them. Anyways, we will fix that soon enough. But we have my Cat Show books. We have the rest of the Raven Cycle books. We have my Tahara Mafi books. I just like to pretend that these don't exist. I just wish she would have kept it here. And this is like a novella that she did inside of Destroy Me and Fracture Me. But this, even though it doesn't match the rest of the books, this is like the original that first came out. It has like a flashy, shiny thing. Oh, look, it's me. This is like a very special book to me because my cousin, she lives in the United States, and Tahara Mafi was doing like a book signing, and she stayed in line for like over 2 hours to get this book to me. And Tahara Mafi actually signed it, and this is like the only book that I have dedicated to me specifically, and that just means a lot to me that my cousin would do that and that Tahara Mafi wrote my name. So yeah, it's great. It's beautiful. And then of course it's my Foxhole Court books. I'm not even like, Foxhole Court, The Raven King and the King's Men. We have Andrew and Neil on display because where else would they be? So that's it. There we go. Yeah. This, I mean, come on. Let's just directly, let's go. These are my Lux books. If you watched my February wrap-up, you know that I loved them. This is the only one that I didn't reread because it's basically Obsidian told from Damon's point of view, and yeah, it's like fun, but I prefer Obsidian. And then we have her other two books, which are the newest series that she's writing. Yeah. And then we have A Curse So Dark and Lonely just randomly up there because I don't know where else to put them. But I'm definitely not going to be continuing on with this series. But this is a pretty book. And the spine is like holographic, so it's like cute and fun, but I don't know. And we also have like this rock that my sister found when she went to I don't know where she went. She went like someplace and she found this rock, and it's like really beautiful inside. It's like a lot more sparkly and vivid in real life, but basically it reminded me of Obsidian because they're always talking about like rocks and stuff. So yeah, I just keep them close because it reminds me of Lux. And then we have my Alexander Bracken books. We have The Darkest Minds Never Fade, In the Afterlife, Through the Dark, and then a new book. I think it's a new series that she started, which is like in the same world but with different characters. I read the first one and I really liked it, but I just never continued on. And then here we have my Carrie Maniscalco books. These are the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, which I loved. I love it so much. I did annotate it quite a bunch. I just had a really great time reading these. And then here we have Kingdom of the Wicked, which was February's Patreon buddy read. This was such a great time, honestly. This was such a great time. I loved Wrath. I love the 7 Deadly Sins. Give me more. Thank you. As you can see, this shelf is just vibes. You know what I mean? Like, there's not much going on. We have all of my Rochelle Mead books. We have the Vampire Academy ones, plus the DVD. Did anybody else get this? Please, I cannot be the only one. I know it's on Netflix, but before it was a thing, yeah, I bought the DVD, okay? Don't look at me. We also have the Bloodlines series. It's obviously not complete because I did use some of the books for my colorful middle shelf. We do have these 2 arcs that were sent to me by my friend Katie. I do like these, but I don't know. I've just never continued on with the series for some reason. Does anybody remember these books? I feel like these were a fever dream. I feel like I read these before I was even on BookTube, or before I even knew what BookTube was. I just found them one day and I decided to buy the whole trilogy. Does anybody know what these books are? Did anybody read them? Am I insane? Please let me know. And then we have my Final Empire books. I think these are my only Brandon Sanderson books apart from the Skyward ones. But yeah, these are really stunning. So I am going to bring them all out just because I really love how they look. I did spray paint the first one with black sprayed edges. I don't know why I did not do that with the other ones. Maybe I regretted it, who knows? But yeah, these are the 3 books. They are stunning. They look so beautiful together. On top of all of my bookshelves, we just have all of my unread books, mostly book of the month because I cannot keep up. And then we have just things, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, just things. Those were my bookshelves. I hope you guys enjoyed. I had so much fun filming and just like talking about certain books and what they mean to me. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was fun. I hope it was worth the wait. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Hey Jimmy, you nice. Keep going.